Hello there. You are welcome once again to New Focus Approach to Mathematics Basics 7, Revised Edition. In this video, we want to plot points and shapes, drawing their images under translation. In our previous lesson, we were looking at how to plot points using reflection or transforming a point under reflection. Here, I want to transform a point under translation. Now, when we talk of translation, in the simplest term, we can say it involves sliding objects from one position to another. So you can see this object being slided from one point to the other. That is sliding. Okay. Now, when we pick maybe a geometrical figure, let's say A, B, C, D, which forms a quadrilateral, and we want to translate it. Talk of translation, we must slide or move the object in a particular direction, and that direction is given in a vector form as maybe here we have 5, -2. It can be any vector at all. Okay, now if I have point ABC and I want to translate it using the vector 5, -2, I'll pick the point one after the other. Every point will move in the same direction. So 5 positive means I'll move in the x positive direction. And then if it happens to be negative, I'll move in the opposite direction. 2 negative means I'm going to move downwards. That is the negative direction of the y-axis. If this happens to be positive, I'll move upwards. That is what it means. Okay. So here we are going to move a positive and a -2. So positive 5, I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'll go down 1, 2, and that is where my image will come as A prime. If I take the B goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I go down 1, 2. So we see where the B also is. C will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I go down 1, 2. Then I get the point. D will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I go down 1, 2. Then I get my point. And so I can plot this point without difficulty, right? And that is how translation works. Let's take another example. Let's say we want to translate this particular triangle ABC, okay, using the vector -4, -5. So we pick them one after the other. Let's pick the A. Now, because we are to move -4, it means A will go backwards 1, 2, 3, 4, and it will be here. Then it will move downwards negative. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the point will be plotted at the origin here as 0, 0, as the image of A. Then when we take B also go backwards 1, 2, 3, 4, and go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and we get our image plotted. Rather, it's supposed to be 5, so it will be on the point here, right? Then let's pick the C. C also go backwards 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we plot our point there as well. Now, when we join these 3 points together, that is like as if we are shifting the original point downwards. We are sliding it downwards. And so anytime you finish with your plotting of point under reflection, under translation, look as if the original object has been pushed. And so push means here that you can see that the BC has been pushed to the same position here. But if this happens to be a reflection, you see that it will flip over so that the A rather will come this way, and then the BC rather will go in the mid. Will come immediately after the mirror line. And so you can use this language of flipping and sliding to differentiate between reflection and translation. Now let's take some few questions. Now before we take few questions, could there be a formula we can use to solve this? Yes, there could be a formula we can use to solve this. So that if we have the original point, let's say the A, which happened to be A is 4, 5, right? A is 4, 5. So if object A is 4, 5, and then our translation vector, that's the TV translation vector, is -4, -5. Let's see what will happen if we do the summation. 4 plus -4 will give us 0. 5 plus -5 will give us 0. That's why the image came on at the origin. Again, if the object is B, which is 3, 3, 1, and we add it to the translation vector of -4, 5, see what happens. 3 plus -4 will give us -1. Let me write it here, -1. And then 1 plus -5 will give us -4. So you can see that our image should be -1, -4. And you can see that is exactly what we see here in B as -1, -4. So you can use this formula to plot, or you can plot it by moving the point X and Y direction. Look at this question. The point P4, 5 is translated to the point this. What is the translation vector? Well, this question can be answered easily using the formula. We know that our image, okay, is equal to the object, the original point, plus the translation vector. Now, the question says the point this, okay, is translated to the point that. That means the image is 3, 1, and the object is 4, 5. Then the translation vector we don't know. So by making that the subject, we can group like terms and say 3, 1 minus 4, 5 is equals to translation vector. If you try to make this one the subject, of course, we can simplify. 3 minus 4 will give us -1, and then 1 minus 5 will give us -4. And so our answer becomes -4. That means the point, the vector that was used to translate this to get this is -4, -1, -4. Good. You can go ahead and solve more questions on your own, and I'm sure you'll be able to understand better. Thanks so much for watching.